around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Enlarging your world. Mad world.
I realize that the shitstorm that we have just entered in, maybe in the last 2 decades, the unsustainable deficit and the groceries going through the roof and the fuel prices going through the roof and the dollar being devalued, the over excessive printing of money, the constant psychological warfare that you, that your kids, that your neighbors are experiencing daily through social media, through YouTube and television. And we talk about how manipulative news networks are. We don't really talk about how manipulative social media is. How artificial intelligence is making it so captivating and so addicting. It's making your brain want more and more of it. That algorithm is, to me, it is a machine of true psychological warfare. It is, I believe that it could even be argued in of itself a form of hypnotism. And it's difficult for me to want to post on these platforms because although I know I need a way to get to you and I know there's a way that we need to communicate, I feel like I'm serving the machine that I despise every time I upload something on one of these platforms. I'd just love to see the world go back to a time where we were really living and we weren't stuck in this sort of dreamlike state that we're in. I believe that social media and the internet in general it's almost taken some of us away from our own consciousness, from our own awareness of what's going on in the world. We truly are hypnotized. And now that artificial intelligence is creating music, it's creating art, where does it end? I think the only way that we ever return to normal is by exiting from this dystopian technological nightmare, this new form of war machine that has encapsulated not only North America or Canada or Europe, but it's in Russia, it's in China, it's now in the Middle East. There's satellites going up every day. And I don't think it's a secret to anyone that the goal of all this is to have every square inch of this earth connected. And these phones, like, ever since the Patriot Act, these phones can just listen to us. It's like, and we all talk about it, and we all know it. We're so distracted. We're so lost. I'm afraid that we don't realize just how far we've went. I believe that we may even truly now be in a free fall state. And some of us are starting to feel the pains of that. It's hard to keep up with bills. It's hard. You can't afford to buy a house anymore. You can't hardly afford to rent a house. Everything's expensive and it's poorly made. And just the tail end, the lower class, the lower middle class are starting to feel that pain more and more every year incrementally. But I believe we will finally hit the bottom of this free fall state. And those of us who are still comfortable and still complacent and still able to just sit around and ignore what's going on, it's going to start affecting those people directly too. And we will have no plan. We'll have no idea what's even going on. This hurricane reminded me when I was a kid, I can't remember which hurricane it was. It might have been Hurricane Isabel. We had a bad one that came through in like 2003 or 2004 through Virginia, and it was 2 days of the power being out. And I remember we went by the gas station to try to get gasoline for a generator, and there was literally people out fist fighting over a gas pump. Line wrapped all the way around the building. And I realized then that as a kid, or as probably a young teenager at that point, that our society is that fragile that we can go 2 days without gasoline and people are willing to fist fight at the pump over it. Imagine if you don't get groceries for a week, or if the power grid goes down for any period of time. And it's hard to have a conversation about that without sounding so conspiratorial or so like, oh, it's the endo days and the lizard people are coming and all that. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying the system is already so fragile, and now it's so expensive, and the food is so bad for you, and our public education system is such an embarrassment. It is a predetermined lesson plan on some Chromebook that is sent to whatever teacher, and there's really no teachers truly teaching anymore. It's like everything in our country sucks. And I think we've lost our pride in our country. We've lost our pride in our traditions. People don't grow gardens anymore. They don't raise their own animals. People don't really do anything for themselves anymore. Everything's just a phone call away. It's just an Instacart or an Uber ride or an Angie's List away. And so it's like, if we want to get away from food being bad for us and being expensive, if we're tired of paying so much in taxes, and if we're tired of living in this system where public education and college education manipulates our kids and turns them into kids who are confused and angry and bitter, if we feel like social media is controlling us and manipulating us and making billions of dollars off of us, I feel like social media is literally creating a machine to destroy us with the money that we give it by giving it our attention every day. So not only are we weakening our minds and destroying our minds, not only are we giving up our traditions and our values, we're getting disconnected from our kids and our wives, and our marriages are shit, and our families are shit, and our households are shit because we can't stop looking at these stupid phones. And all the money that is made from our personal information that is sold and our attention spans that are given is creating this dystopian AI monster. And now cars are full of technology, and so they watch where you drive. They listen to what you say while you're in the car. They understand where you go, at what time, and it's like all this data is being collected. And I'm not saying that it's being used for some conspiratorial end of the world thing, but no, it's just about control. They want to know everything you do. They want to know everything you think. We are all part of this mass behavioral study right now, I feel. So that's why it makes it hard for me to want to post on these platforms, or to me to want to be a part of this world. I just want to escape it. I just want to get away from it. I've given up on it. But I believe that just even in this community that has been built, there's enough good people that can all work with each other and network with each other enough. So maybe we at least have a fighting chance of not being stung so hard. And so I've taken the money that I've made from Richmond and I've started buying properties in West Virginia. I've bought some abandoned farms in Virginia that I'm in the process of revitalizing, and I plan to turn these farms into places that people can go and learn how to can food, can learn how to raise animals. People who have just gotten out of rehab, vets with PTSD, people who are depressed and suicidal, they can come here and get reconnected with nature. They can learn how to exist outside of a system that's been sort of placed on us as a generation. And I hope that we can start going back to the old way. I don't think there's any current option that moves us forward that does not detriment all of us on a global level.
Time for the Basement Made Podcast 1.5. We're not calling this episode 2 because we're doing a summary up with Zach and Joey. What's happening, Joey?
That's good, man.
Good to meet you, brother. Came up with a intro song that we're gonna have this time. I showed you. What you guys think of that?
That was pretty good, honestly.
Not bad at all.
Forgot to edit the last time. I thought I had something cool and I didn't like it. I still keep it. I use that one as the little. I'm bringing my ADHD kicking in. That little clip. That's what I was gonna use, but I like this new one better, so I'm gonna use that. Joey's a gamer.
Yeah.
Likes
all kinds of games.
anime.
Honestly. Games, anime, comic books, anything.
One Piece is the shit,
Anything
like
about
One
it,
Piece.
I most likely know a lot.
I used to watch a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, but that was in like
I mean,
98 when it was on
for
Cartoon
Dragon Ball
Network,
Z,
bro.
this is actually a Dragon Ball Z hoodie right here. This has actually got the same symbol on Goku's gi.
You forgot yours.
The shade of orange.
Yeah, I have an orange one too. I did. They actually used to have blue sleeves to it, so they actually used to have a zipper and zip off and everything.
You ever go to any like comic conventions or anything?
I've been to one so far. I haven't been. It wasn't a big one.
Comic-Cons? Was it Comic-Con?
It wasn't a big one, or anything. It was just a little one that was like downtown. And I went with my dad took me with him, and I can tell you what, there was still a bunch of cosplayers. Like there was a bunch of people dressed up as everything. It was actually really funny. There's this anime called My Hero Academia, and I saw a bunch of people dressed as it. And I said My Hero Academy instead, and they're like, it's Academia, and I'm like, all right, I get it. The people mispronounce people's names in Dragon Ball, and I get upset. I get it.
If we had meta glasses on, it would tell us for us.
Right. Oh, dude, one of my most irritating things I have come across with people is they try to put Goku against stupid characters, knowing that the character stands absolutely no chance, but just to piss the person off that they're putting Goku against. Like, it's literally just to set a fire under a Dragon Ball fan's ass.
Nice.
A lot of anime communities do that.
Oh yeah.
And
Crossovers are the best, bro.
And Goku's he's like the figurehead for that. Like, everyone wants to throw their favorite character against Goku. He's like a staple point for power in anime.
And he's a fictional character, so you can even throw actual people in there, like wrestlers and stuff.
Yeah, and
crossovers.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball is what brought anime over to the West.
Yeah, because of Cartoon Network and Toonami.
Yeah,
that's when I started
specifically.
watching.
They actually recently came back with Toonami. Yeah,
just don't watch.
it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still not bad.
I don't
They
even
still
got
do
cable.
anime and stuff on it, so that's something never changed.
Yeah, I don't even got cable.
I want
so
them to
don't
come
watch
back with
cartoons.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Though to be honest,
man.
if you're gonna watch like Cartoon Network for anime at all, watch the stuff on Adult Swim.
Yeah,
It's better.
claymation. I want to do some like stop animation type.
You ever
stuff.
seen Celebrity Deathmatch?
Of course, I've seen those Celebrity Deathmatch.
What happened to it though?
Robot Chicken?
Robot Chicken.
Honestly,
happened to-
Robot Chicken took over that type of comedy like a freaking storm, man. They're like this. They're like South Park. If South Park was claymation and had more parodies to it,
Didn't South Park do a
and had
claymation
more
episode?
parodies to it. Like, oh man, I'm trying to remember. Like some of the parodies
That
they did
kind
for
of got us to where we are with our attention span with all the fast moving clips as a 15-minute
Right.
show. You know how many clips they
Oh,
fit in that
man.
15-minute show?
Oh yeah, dude.
Stretch it out to be 30
It
minutes.
helped bring our
Dude, that's
fucking
what-
attention
that's what-
span down, bro.
That's one. That's
You
one
forgot
thing,
one
like,
record button, Zach.
I was about to say, you forgot the timer, speaking of.
Sure did.
It's been about like what 5-10 minutes probably.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not even.
probably.
There's a little
But,
timer.
hey.
Put your glasses on. See if you can see that little timer above it.
I can.
Yeah. 4 minutes. So I was pretty close on the 5.
Not bad.
But
If it was a wrestling match, it was a really good one.
like when
You've been on point with his
so I
timing
did
for
do
sure.
a lot of YouTube stuff, like, a lot when it comes like from music to anime stuff, comic books, like animation done by people that are just trying to start
animation.
out as animators.
That's what I wanted to do when I was a kid.
That's I go through a lot of stuff like that. I've seen stuff for Sonic. I've seen stuff for Naruto,
AI is killing
Batman.
AI is killing the
AI,
art industry
I will-
as far as that.
Now,
It
you
makes it
see,
easier.
AI making up so much.
AI, depending on how it's used, can both help and or kill
With
something.
anything in life.
Like there's some music I listen to that the artist does use AI, but they use it to like help with like roadblocks.
I mean-
Like you know, like sometimes like if they get like a writer's block, like they need like a lyric that they
Everybody
can't
gets
think
a
of, and
writer's
the
block,
AI
that's
can
for
like
sure.
give suggestions.
Yep.
That's okay, but they can't like
It takes away from the
completely
creativity, though.
but it can't be completely constructed by the AI.
Exactly.
You can use it to help
Yeah. An
because
assistant.
like I
But
said,
never the
writer's block
creator.
is something
Use it
everyone
as an
suffers
assistant,
from.
not the creator. That's what I said. That's how I use it anyway. Try to. Like my backgrounds I make with AI, but I'm not making the video with AI. We're using me.
Right, like-
This is real.
When it comes to like art,
it?
like
No.
you know, like
Is it
you know
really?
stuff that like digital art specifically, it's okay
Yeah, it's
to
cool
use
for
AI,
graphic designers.
but you gotta but don't take credit for that.
Right.
Say you used AI. Not some people
This
might
is
be mad, but
AI
not
help.
everyone's gonna be like mad
AI
because not everyone has
designed.
art skills.
And a lot of the apps anymore will actually have
Inspired
a way to
with
let know
AI.
when it's something has.
And
created
but like if
with the
someone
help
like
of
say
AI.
an artist uses AI to kind of like
But just to
add
stop,
an
they
effect to their own art, like say they use their art, but they use the AI to add like a filter or an effect to it. As long as they show like the original piece and the AI piece, it's fine.
Before and after photos?
Yeah, like that. That's fine.
Okay.
Like I mean, you don't.
It's
You're
basically
still
like behind
putting
the
your own
scenes.
creative thing there, but you're just using AI to add
That's
a
why
little
when I
twist,
have it,
like a little
'cause
spice.
that's when I use the AI to create my designs. Because I've had basement made since 2013, so that I keep the integrity of the
Privately
original
owned
design.
since 2013.
But like my biggest like pet peeve is when
There's just too much-
is when
too
they
much
when they
anything's
use
a
when they
bad
use
thing.
it too much.
Yep.
Specifically
Overdoing.
with like animations and music. Like music, very much on music. Like it's okay to like if your beat doesn't sound quite right to you, you can run it through an
This
AI
is-
and let it like tinker with it a little
This
bit.
is why the past couple of years, 10, maybe 15 years, a lot of people have been buying their proprietary rights to their music and movies back.
Right.
Because of things like that. They knew what was coming down the pipeline.
But like I said, like people, it's okay to like have it fill in a little bits and pieces of it here and there of your stuff, but don't let it be your stuff.
Right.
Don't
You
let it control your
you
value.
can use it as a helping
creativity.
tool,
Yep.
but
Don't let it
don't
control
use
the
it as your
creativity that
entire
flows
brush.
within you.
You know.
Or you use it to help you write a business plan, but don't, you got to have the core idea.
All comes down to the core idea.
Yeah.
or even or something
Anything's
simple
gonna be
as
hit or
making sure it's
miss.
legal.
or something simple as you're trying to write a letter to a friend and you're trying to think of a word and you can't figure it out, and you ask the AI, like you give them like an idea of what you want, like a definition.
I did that with DoorDash. I tried because I had to dispute the claim, so I'm trying to dispute the claim, saying that I
Those
think it was
fuckers are
just-
hard to dispute. DoorDash claims.
I'm thinking it's just the people getting free food. I never dropped off food and didn't.
Well,
drop it
DoorDash,
off
if
and
you're
take the money.
using the wrong GPS, because nowadays they switch you on GPS and I cut you off, but they use a different GPS. I was door dashing and freaking. They brought me to the address and it was apartment complex. Okay, cool. Didn't tell me the fucking door number of the apartment complex, and I'm sitting out there texting the customer, "Hello, got your food coming out." Like, what am I supposed to do after that? You know, like shit. I'm sitting here text DoorDash report. Well, they couldn't find the address on what
free
apartment
meal.
I
No, I'm
needed.
just kidding.
You'd think people
What
know-
apartment was I supposed? I didn't want to leave it outside.
Yeah, you'd
just
think
outside
people
the
would
whole
know
apartment
their
complex.
stuff's out there getting delivered, and they would come down and get it.
I waited about
But that's why
7,
DoorDash is
8
so
minutes.
popular, so people don't have to do that. 'Cause that take and
They
that don't
bring
even
it
take
to you.
creativity. That just takes having to do-ness,
Right.
necessity. Yeah, DoorDash
Dude, like
delivery service just.
here's something crazy that I heard. So Sony, big name company. Everyone knows Sony, obviously PlayStation, but
VCRs. They
obviously,
started with
yeah,
music,
like
I believe.
TVs, VCRs, DVD players, everything. But
They give Microsoft
so
the one
they
for
were
their,
Sony was talking about coming out with
money.
games that AI plays the whole game for you. Like, are you
Fine.
serious? What's the fucking point?
Because videos of people playing games and going are so popular.
Yeah, I can understand like Let's Plays. That's cool, but like. That's
You
just
gotta
gonna
put
that's
the
gonna
fuck
ruin
ups in it.
That's gonna
Like,
ruin
people
it
die.
for Let's
Like, if
Players.
they're just going
for
through, they're
people
gonna-
that do that for like kind of pretty much a living.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
having
that's terrible.
even having like I seen that one game. It's about the Matrix, but it's like just a demo. But
Yeah.
you go around talking to the AI within the city. Have you seen that?
I think I've heard. I think I've heard something about a Matrix game on VR.
No, it wasn't VR. It was just regular. It was
a regular Matrix game like on a
yeah,
console.
but it was
That'd be
it was
scary on
AI.
VR.
Oh, it was AI.
People in it, and you went and they could have whole conversations for them. The videos are like 2 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called Matrix Video with AI. You
That's
look
the
that
same
up.
idea as those chat
One
bots, like Chat GPT
Oh, yeah.
and all that. Like, there's a few of them. I've messed around with one, and it was like called Character AI.
We didn't
or something.
create AI. We just
AI
discovered it.
psychiatrist.
But basically, what it was, the thing I tinkered around with, I went into it because there's like little like text RPGs you could do in them. It lets you play make a character and have your character interact with the other characters.
On
Like,
ChatGPT?
it's all text based. Like, so yeah, like I use them for like they have different RPGs. Like they have a Dragon Ball one. They have a simple like Dungeons and Dragons style world one where you make a character. You tell them like your race, your abilities, stuff like that. And the AI will help generate like the world.
Well, yeah,
and
it got so
characters
much
and stuff like that.
information from us, bro. It's just so
Yeah.
AI
So
is
like, or you could even like have it like an AI of a character.
But like,
and it somewhat gets those right.
see, I'm one of them people. I don't think we created AI. We discovered it. I think it's just knowledge. I think it's just, essentially like the CERN. How they saying is having entities come through portals. I believe that has something to do with it because they did that shit back in like 2013 when they started. I mean, they've been doing CERN and HARP and crap like that forever, but.
Right.
That's the stuff that scares me about it.
I go into a lot of stuff about like space, the outer edges of the universe, stuff like that.
Lower Earth orbit.
I like to dig into stuff like that.
Because we ain't going past that radiation belt yet.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it depending. Well, not now.
We haven't.
Not now. I mean,
Yeah. We destroyed that technology. It says Don Pettit, or whatever his name is. Hold on.
you never know. It could be done in the future.
We got the technology. They did it with on our phones.
But like, so the universe is supposed to be like ever expanding. But there is an edge. There is a metaphorical almost edge. They're not sure if it 100% exists, but it is. But we do theoretically know it's there.
60 South.
Now, here's the thing. What the heck is beyond that? I mean, obviously, it's probably just going to be nothing. It's probably just nothing. Like, just emptiness. Because, like, if it's the edge of the universe, yeah, I'm assuming that's where all the stars and the planets just stop.
I wonder if we could ask AI what they would think.
That
would fuck them up, wouldn't it?
It depends it depends on if you ask it to describe it on based on biblical cosmology or the heliocentric model.
You've done it then?
Oh, absolutely.
There's also another question I've asked. I ask a lot of origin-based questions because I'm not religious entirely.
Studying it to the root.
I'm a scientific, but I'm also a bit religious to an extent because I believe there's a higher power.
There has to be a creator.
But there is a creator, but I'm not entirely sold on what exactly the creator is, who they are, what stories are. So to take that role. But it's more the fact that I just want to know the source. Like I want to know like the source info. I want to read the original copies of stuff. I want to know that before I like make my judgment.
That's a lot of study.
And that's really hard. Like some of that stuff, like you could try looking it up on the internet, but a lot of that stuff could just be.
Yeah, you gotta have discernment, and you gotta do your own research.
I know over if I'm right, my knowledge. I only started recently, the past couple of years digging into stuff, but I know the Vatican are supposed to have like some original old scriptures from like way back. And I would honestly, I would love to take a look at those. Honestly, though, I probably wouldn't be able to read them because they're probably not written in English.
You need them translated.
Unless you got no knowledge.
Yeah, I have to learn how to.
But you got to know how to get in there. What would those be
written in? I can't exactly remember.
Probably ancient Roman or
Hebrew. Yeah, I was gonna say Hebrew. I think Hebrew.
I'm thinking
because my family, both sides of my family are heavily Christian, 100%. But I don't just look into Christian stuff. I look into like Catholic, and anything else that might be just a branch off to that. Because I think
grain of truth in all religion.
Theory, I think every religion, some might have more truth than others, but I think every religion has some grain of truth to it. You know what I mean? Like, just maybe there's a big puzzle to it.
Which one's the truth?
That's the thing. There's no real way of knowing it entirely.
Jesus Christ. That's the only way. That's why.
Don't get me wrong. From what I've said, that is definitely one of the more likely. That's why when it comes to my family, I always respect the what they say.
It's just when you study it,
it's the only reason I kind of have more of the free thinking side of it is because I dealt with a very oppressive Christian.
Strict.
Yeah, like very strict.
Right.
But
they just want to make sure you're safe because a lot of people that get that way don't know what tomorrow holds.
That's true, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's not just entirely about the bad you do; it's more about the good that you do. Because the good can eventually.
It's the belief in Jesus Christ.
The belief and the good that you do can eventually outweigh.
And we all know, because we all start off
like
we're born
I feel
into
like
a world of sin.
So when someone dies, I feel like even if they didn't have that belief, if they were a genuine good person their entire life, like did good to their fellow man, I think they'd still get allowance in heaven because they were a good person. There's no reason to send a good person to hell.
Right. You know? Well, that's what Jesus is. I compare it to like the Titanic. Jesus Christ is the lifeboat, and life is the sinking Titanic, and you gotta choose.
And that's my thing. When a good person said, most people are like the see to believe types. So when they die and they're at that point, they're gonna see that and they're probably gonna be like, oh, okay, well, shit, you know.
Yeah, it ain't not all. I mean,
I'm sure, if God and Jesus are as understanding as they're depicted, that they would understand the whole idea of like not wanting to see something in order to believe it to an extent.
It's based on that person's beliefs.
Right.
And based on whether or not they believe that story happened and Jesus
Plus, a lot
died
of
for our
people-
sins because we're born into a world of sin.
Yeah, another thing is like with a lot of people, they're just born into times of the world where it makes it to where they're just hard to believe
We
anything.
live a rat race. We can't think about it.
You know what I mean?
You're always
Like,
right.
just
Race,
like
good
to believe in
movie.
anything, whether
You're always
like
right.
religion or like themselves or anybody. Like some people just get put in a situation that they just grow up that way, and it's a real shame. It's just the way the world is now, and that it sucks.
Relationships are screwed because of it too.
Community, man. It comes with a community, and
Right.
treating your neighbor as you want done to yourself. That golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated and love, bro.
You see,
That's a
even
scary
if
rule.
whether regardless of what my beliefs are or aren't, I always believe that rule. Treat everyone as you want to be treated. It's just human. It should be just human for that, you know.
Unless somebody does you bad, like then you learn your lesson. But
Well, I mean, yeah.
and
But that's why I like I like believing in karma. The good things you put out in the world come back to you. The bad does too, though.
yeah, and everything, every aspect.
Now, did you think we would last 30 minutes and be calling it a wraps? Did you?
I still might have
Truly?
to. I got
I
a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, so I might have to.
This is
I'll
the one.
I'll bring you
But
on
I'm
for
just
episode
calling
2
you
or
on
3.
30
Well, say,
minutes.
remember that one thing we tabled a second ago, though, before we started? The
Nope,
medical,
but you do.
The medical AI? The thing,
There we
medical
go.
use
We're
for
going to
AI?
medical AI.
AI could
I did have a topic on AI,
theoretically,
actually.
if you take someone's DNA, put it through a simulation, and have multiple viruses tested through the simulation, AI could find a cure for a virus almost. Like, it could take, I wouldn't say snap,
It
but
will
like
let you.
hours or days. But the fact of the matter is, if you have an AI that has all the medical knowledge and know-how of the human anatomy, scanning that and testing a virus in a simulation, and knowing what the virus actually does do to the human DNA or blood or
I'm
whatever.
sure they already got that. They just don't let it.
Yeah,
be
that's
known-
probably true.
Given to the public.
That's probably true.
So there's
But,
people
but
look
also
for it.
that would be that they actually do have it, and it actually has been somewhat implemented, but it's not perfected yet. It's still kind of their work. As far as I know, they're saying they're working on it. I don't know if that's just
And
them
then when
saying
they
that.
and then when they put it out there at a mass scale, make it affordable for everybody, they ain't got to worry about what it's really about.
Yeah. Also, if that does work, it would actually affect prices on like everything. Actually, stuff would actually possibly become
Just
cheaper
that.
because of that. Because it would take some of the work time out of it, you know, and that way. Because a lot of the stuff that's sold, it has some of the work time that got put into the making the item, you know. The process of making the item is also put into the price.
Oh yeah, you gotta do the. I
You know,
have
people
a
are getting
shirt.
AI to gamble now.
I have a shirt. Oh yeah.
People are fucking asking
AI
AI
could do
to
that
gamble
for ages, though.
But, I mean, come on, if
At the
AI
root
can
cause
get
of
addicted
it.
to gambling.
At the root cause of it, what's closed captioning? Wasn't that AI in the 1940s and 50s?
You're going back to episode 1 again.
Honestly, it would be
Wasn't
very,
that a
very
real time-
early. It'd
Yeah.
be very, very early AI. But yeah,
Yeah.
I could say that could be considered AI.
Absolutely.
To an extent, though, there is a bit of argument there, but enough to where. But you're right enough to
That was
where I
an
could
early
lean on that.
language model.
That's why I'm saying it's really hard to say because of how early it is.
And that's why I say we didn't create it. We discovered it. It's just.
Well,
It's a
honestly, we never really
it's a
create
spirit.
anything. Honestly, we discovered it because, like fire. We discovered fire.
The
We
fire,
didn't
yeah.
create it.
Yeah. But God created this out of the dirt that made it grow
Right.
for us to make fire.
That is true. That is very true.
Same with the metals and the plastics. Oil comes from plastic. And all that was put here before us, and we was made from that same byproduct of dirt. Based on the Bible. And this is why
Oh,
we
yeah.
believe the Bible. And if you, like you said, study everything to its root cause, that's eventually where it all leads, bro.
Well, yeah, of course. But at the same time, I like to. I study things for both the
Scientific
the-
standpoint and religious standpoint.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
what
to.
I mean. Yeah,
you
I
have
do
to.
lean towards more the scientific
I just
because I
can't-
like
that's why I
chemistry.
can't-
I like the idea of atoms,
That's why
astronomy, all that.
Atoms
stuff.
are a thing.
Yeah.
But the whole astronomy, I can't with the heliocentric. Once you go flat, you can't go back.
To some extent,
I've done
with
too much
astronomy,
math.
I do more the.
That's what
I
stars
just
move
like
in a
knowing the
pattern.
names of stars and stuff
And
like
they
that.
move in
more
a
so.
pattern, and they're like.
I also like to
And if
like,
you look at them under a telescope, they become
like,
watery.
I think some people don't really understand just how small we fucking are. Like, oh my.
But we're the center of all creation, so how big are we? They
But,
just small lights we
like
see.
there's stars that are the size of our whole solar system.
How far, when we're on land, how far can we see in any direction?
I mean, as far as your eye can really see
Which is
the horizon.
10 miles.
Yeah, like the
The
horizon.
higher
wish
you
I
go
could
up,
see
you can
10
see the
miles.
horizon.
Holy
You can see more than
shit.
10 miles once you go up.
Well, yeah, once you go up, yeah. Obviously,
I
like
can see that.
But
8 stories up is different than freaking one story down.
But on ground level, we can only see from left to right in a 3D world, but 2D, 10 miles. We look up, we think we could see
I mean, we can see left and
248.
right, and then
Right, but then we look
Forward
up,
back.
but then we look up and we think we could see 247,000. Just looking at the moon, and then
Yeah.
and then 400
I mean, it's just like the whole
million
thing.
miles away looking at the sun.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's just like.
But they cover each other
but
up.
honestly, most of the stars we see aren't even there anymore. That
Light
usually
pollution.
it's their dying. No, it's the dying light of a star. Like
that what-
some of them,
that's the
some of them are stars that were there.
Go out to the country soon.
Oh yeah, well no, I mean yeah, of course. Light
Oh,
pollution is
man,
definitely
in
a
the
thing. I'm
country,
talking about
when
some
you
of those
look at
stars
the
even like
fucking
you see out in the
stars,
country. Some of them,
oh,
it takes their
it's
light so
amazing.
long to reach us that the star could actually be
If
long
the-
dead by the time we see its light. So like we're seeing the light, but the star could be dead already.
Or are the stars falling like that Bible said?
It could be also another theory too.
Can you imagine if the world completely, all the
Craters.
lights shut off, how much you would be able to see? That's what the bug out bag's for, right? Like,
If the
if the
electric
fucking
goes out. That's
the
what this
electric
video
goes
was
out.
was gonna be for. We're gonna do another interview with Jay.
Joey.
That I knew it started with the J. Thank you. I'm sorry.
If
for-
it
I wanted
helps
to
you,
say
I go by
Jacob.
Joey, Joe, or JoJo. Any of those three, if it's any easier. to
Everything
remember,
but the last
go for
one
it.
are good.
Hey.
That might be copyright.
Oh, shut up.
What's that? What did you say?
There's an anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, yeah, see, might be copyright.
But nah, that
We're
would
giving them a plug if anything.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't
If you
do
don't like
anything.
it, change the
it
channel.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
a copyright.
Yeah, I don't. Now it's a plug if anything.
But no, if the world fucking completely went,
For
Dark.
Joey, not for me.
you know what you would see? What would you see?
Huh?
It would be a
Light.
complete. Yeah, but it would be a different
You'd
kind
only
of
see
light.
the light when you see it.
It would be a different kind of light.
You know what Copley is, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Copley, Ohio.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where most of my family comes from on my dad's side. I took my first steps out there. Like, I love that part of Ohio. Like it's
Country
there's a
part.
lot less like you said, light
Beautiful
pollution.
place.
You could look up the sky and that.
But
we
even
used to
that's
have
still city.
bonfires in the back. I used to drive dirt bikes, go karts, you name it. I
Yeah.
drove it in the backyard.
How much land did you have?
Honestly, it wasn't like a lot, but it was enough to where you could like drive and like get a dirt bike almost full speed towards the end, but you'd have to slow down because it wraps around a little small, kind of like a pond,
Nice.
and then it wraps back around all the way up. And I think my that was my grandparents' house, and my family friend Matt, rest in peace, he passed away not too long ago,
Sorry
about a year
about
ago. Yeah. But yeah, old man Matt. He was his backyard was huge though. It was about the same idea as the one, but it had a few dirt hills that went up and down like that, so you could like ramp off from the dirt
I
bikes.
did that on a
It
dirt
was
bike. Messed
great
myself
place.
up,
It was
bro.
the first place I also wrecked the dirt bike. I could if it had landed any harder on my leg, I'm pretty
Shit,
sure I would.
backyards like you
I
like
would've crushed my
backyard
leg.
wrestling, bro.
Oh yeah, wrestling. I used to shoot guns back there too. Everything, dude. That's the thing. I'm one of those half city boy, half country boy. I got the best parts of the city, best parts of the country.
Nice.
But so yeah, one of my absolute favorite things though, they had a hen house. The chickens were always fun, and they were chill too. I could just scoop them up and just walk around with them, pet them, just be like, yep, just carrying chicken.
What happened? What did you get? Did your family
There's
still
been a
stay
lot
there?
of chickens running around.
You guys still
back there
raising
lately.
live poultry?
My
and shit like that?
grandparents divorced, and that was the original house that was there. Matt still was out there, but after my grandparents divorced and everything, my Uncle Ed got the house. And my Uncle Ed didn't keep up on it really that well and
Hard
lost the
thing to
house.
do.
And then and he moved out of Copley
Was
too.
that down like the
And since everyone,
financial
yeah,
shit?
and since pretty much. And since everyone kind of split out of those three kind of split out of Copley, those were kind of main reasons for my mom to go out there and take me out there. Other than old man Matt, and he got to drinking real bad. Like
Nobody else had no land to do no stuff like that after that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We still went out there every once in a while. They had bonfires, and I mean bonfires, big burnt couches,
The
shit
right
like
kind.
that.
10-foot ladders.
Yeah, there you go. But honestly, I like in Matt, old man Matt, his son Matthew Jr. He was like my best friend in childhood. We still talk here and there, just not nearly as close as we used to be, but that's kind of always how it goes.
How old was his dad?
Man, well, me and
So how old is Junior?
I'm 32, so he has to be at least either a year older or younger. I can't remember which.
Okay.
But I know his dad is around the same age as my dad, and my dad's about to be hitting his 60s here in the next few years. So
Prime age.
I think he might have been a little older than my dad, so he might have been hitting 60. So yeah, and he was not in good health. He was not. He was still drinking too much. He started to stop drinking, but it was.
Is that what happened? His liver
late.
went away?
I don't entirely know. I think it was more than just like a liver thing. I think it was just his entire health was being affected.
Smoker too.
Yeah, I don't remember if Matthew told me if his dad stopped smoking or not. But yeah, his dad was a good man though. Like regardless of the drinking or smoking, he was a good man.
Right.
And I miss
drinking
him.
sucks though. That just is. I mean, smoking destroys you, but
in my
drinking
family,
It brings some shit out in you, that's for sure.
My dad's side of the family, the people that drink there, they're more friendly when they're drinking. So their alcohol is okay to an extent.
That's why they call it spirits, because you can go one of two ways.
But like my mom's side of the family leaned towards the more sad and angry kind.
Yeah.
Which is why I think I'm so level when I drink. I think I got the best of both sides.
You think you're level.
I mean, honestly,
You gotta ask people that know you.
Most of the time, I'm usually a voice of reason when everyone's drinking.
Completely, yeah.
Because I usually smoke a bit when I drink too. So that kind
We
of
drink liquor, beer.
It's kind of it depends on my mood. I try to stay away from liquor, so mostly beer. I drink like Yingling. Yeah, that's my favorite go-to.
I like Angry Orchard, man.
Angry Orchard's
I don't know
good,
why
but that's a hard
Orchard.
cider, not a beer.
Huh? Okay. I am not a big beer drinker.
Yeah, everyone has a specific kind. Like you have to really like if you don't really like beer, it's very hard to find that specific one because there's actually beers that taste like more fruity that are still beers.
Yeah, like
you guys are probably like mead. You guys are probably like mead. You guys ever had mead before?
Is it beer?
It's kind of like beer. It's
It's
kind of like almost like a beer wine, almost like a in between. But it's like made with like honey and fruit, and it's sweet. Yeah, it has like that. It almost has like
Citrusy taste.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you make it, because there's some that are even like wood flavored, like oak, or stuff like that. I've had one that's like that, and it honestly was one of my favorites. I can't remember the place that my friend got it from. I'm gonna have to ask him, but he got like a whole 12-pack for like New Year's.
Bet you I know where he didn't get it.
And they're like, by the way, they're almost
We'll be right
liquor
back
level
after
strong.
this.
My ADHD kicking in. I'ma make these white folks listen to this melanin.
Like they're close to hitting 20% in strength.
Yeah.
Like just for in their cans.
That's damn near liquor.
I think the cans are about that, but the thing is, not even a bit of burn.
For loco.
Do not drink the ginger.
Oh man, you want something
There's a
without a
ginger
burn?
mead.
Cracking rum? That's scary shit.
Kraken, don't.
That's some
don't
scary
remind me about
motherfucking
Kraken
shit.
rum.
What'd
I
you
like
say?
rum.
Kraken, like unleash the Kraken. You unleashing the Kraken because it goes down
It's called
smooth.
Kraken.
Kraken, like the Kraken, like off of Titans and shit like that.
I thought you were saying crack.
What is that?
Like, oh no.
Fucking
Never
one.
crack.
Kraken, like a
Shit
deep
like
sea,
that.
like a deep sea terror.
Ain't got
Kraken.
nothing but weed,
Yeah.
bro. We're gonna take a word from our sponsors, and I'm sure it's not cracking joke.
thinks I'm insane for investing my retirement in a church. But here is what they do not understand. The Lost and Found Ministries is not just asking for donations. They are offering actual equity shares with a guaranteed 10% annual return. This ministry transforms lives through immediate relief and job training for marginalized communities. They are raising $5 million to expand nationwide, and they are offering 49,000 shares to investors at about $102 each. Here is the game changer. They guarantee to buy back your shares at your original price plus 10% compounding annually. That is a 159% return over 10 years. Your investment fund's real impact while building wealth. Visit basementmadeonlinestore.com to review the full details and invest today. Investment involves significant risks and shares are illiquid. Only invest what you can afford to lose.
No cracking those jokes. Cracking rum.
Cracking rum.
Oh, man. Fuck cracking rum. I'm good. He asked me if I wanted to go back, and my stupid ass, fucking drunk as fuck, said, "Yeah, let's go back and fuck it with him. Let's go back, cuz. Let's go. I'm ready."
I think
Nope.
only one time
I was only
really
23
overdid
at the time,
alcohol,
though.
and that was my 21st birthday. That was
You
the
got
only
in a
time
fight
I ever
on
truly
alcohol?
that's the only true time I think I've overdid on alcohol.
Yeah.
To where I didn't really remember. Like, I usually remember what happens like the night before. That's the funny part. But like this one time, you want to know what I drank? You know how people say you shouldn't mix? I threw that. I
Beer
threw
before
that. I
liquor
didn't
or
just throw
liquor
that rule out the
before beer,
window. I
one of
threw
the
it
two.
into a blender and then threw it into a volcano.
Yeah.
I drank.
whatever
What was
you
it?
did
Bud
that
Light Platinum. So those 6% alcohol in every bottle of those.
Mm-hmm.
I drank. Trying to remember the types of liquor: gold tequila, silver tequila, rum.
You got tequila first.
Vodka.
Oh, man, you started with
Or
tequila.
did you start at the top shelf and work your way down?
I don't even remember, man.
Like, fucking, this is my 21st.
That's the thing. I don't
Let's do
remember.
this shit.
The only thing I remember is what someone told me all that I drank, and I was drinking not just single shots. I was drinking double shots, triple shots. I was drinking a beer in between, like every few shots.
Oh, yeah, you
I
had
was
to have fun
freaking
tomorrow.
gone, dude.
Yeah, you're lucky
3
you
sheets
got-
into the wind
you
right
probably had
there.
alcohol
All I
poisoning
remember,
sometime
you want to
throughout
know what
the
the
night.
only thing I remember is throwing
Not
up
throwing.
SpaghettiOs
I was gonna say
into
not
the
throwing
sink
up.
in the middle of the night. That's all I remember. That's it, dude.
Do you remember having the spaghetti?
No.
Like, where the fuck did this come from? Shit. Oh, man. Like, no.
It's just always worse coming.
Remember, hydrate or dihydrate.
Well, you would die if you don't hydrate. That's for damn sure.
Water.
So I have a Discord server.
Tank
That's
Girl,
one-
the
that's
movie
like
was
one of
all
my
about
friends'
water
main
and
things. They put,
hydration.
they always say, "Remember, hydrate, don't hydrate, don't dihydrate." Or they'll be like they'll check on everybody, make sure everyone's drinking water.
Gotta have water even before food. 3 days, bro. And that's gonna bring us.
She's like that friend in a friend group that kind of acts like a mom almost. Yeah, she's like, she always makes sure, like, you're drinking water, right? Yeah, I'm good. I'm drinking water. Don't
Take
worry.
her with you, bro. Make sure she.
Oh,
can
those
filter it.
VR chats are new worlds. Got to be something. I can't imagine. You were telling me about the one world. Fuck, I can't remember what it was.
That's a whole other subject. VR chat is both, I think, a good thing and a bad thing. Just because of the fact, it's the same idea with GTA. Keep the kids
VR
off
GTA. Oh
chat.
god.
I can understand maybe like 15.
But they're making it to where it's not fun unless you're online.
But like I can understand to where it's like maybe they're 15-ish, but there has to be like some way to be like, this person is not of age. That needs to be like on their thing.
They're making
Like
them do that in
need,
Australia.
like they could like need to have
can't-
better settings.
yeah.
Like the parental settings on VR
What,
right now
18
is
and up?
actually not bad, because you can lock like stuff like you can, if your kid has VR chat on there, you could literally set it to where you're gonna install it and make it to where they can't download it
Most
unless they have a
devices
password.
have a parental setting.
But the thing, but
Parents
that's the
just don't
problem.
use it.
That's another thing.
Or they
Yeah,
don't know
parents
how
don't
to use it.
Everyone
Or they
thinks
don't know
video
how
games
to.
are the problem. Honestly, video games help more people than they actually hurt. Like, you wouldn't believe.
Moderation's key in anything.
Video games ain't bad.
But
that's for sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's people
And it's a
that.
creative. It helps build hand-eye coordination, creativity.
Yeah, like I
It
have
does
like
a
my
lot of
hand-eye
good.
coordination is insanely good. I could probably, if I really tried, I could pretty much play most instruments if I actually learned and tried. because of my hand coordination.
You got to
really
put
good.
your mind to
You
it.
good
If
at
you don't put your
computers.
mind to
As
it.
long as you're good
Yeah.
at math, which you seem to
He's
be.
good at drumming
And,
too. Back in
To
the
be
day,
honest,
I heard.
but in school I actually sucked horribly at math. I'm good at like the basic stuff like addition, multiplication, some fractions, but when it gets to like arithmetic or algebra or shit like that, I just
Well, see, the algebra they trick you, and it's like, 'cause they don't want you thinking about how things are made and like the production aspect. So when you start asking for variables of A plus B equals C, you're finding out profit margins and things at that point.
yeah, that all that like I tried hard when I was in school to try to figure it out,
But you didn't know that aspect of life yet either.
But I will say this:
apply it.
We knew what we knew back
excelled
then.
in like
Everybody always says
like
if we knew
language
what we
arts
knew back then,
and
we'd be
history,
fucked.
and like whenever science didn't get into like the kind of some of the mathy parts, I was great in science. Like there was a part like if towards the end of the year they were more into like astronomy or something like that, like the space and stuff, I'd be having an A pretty much at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But like if it's like I like chemistry.
And geography,
But memorizing all that, I'm not
chemistry.
good at memorizing a ton of things at once.
One way or another.
And chemistry, that's a lot. Like the board, oh my god.
They do it to us a lot on like social media, just them phones. They push a lot of stuff.
But like when it comes to like language arts, like knowing like the definitions of words, where to put them, how they're used, all that. I wrote like a short story back in high school. I think it was called The Cursed Sword. If I remember right, I didn't have a good title quite yet.
That didn't sound bad.
It was a three.
The Cursed Sword. That doesn't sound bad at all.
Story, but I ended up writing 3 front and back pages.
3 stories.
So your mind flowed. Your fucking creativity flowed right there into that book.
Did you get an A?
I got an A, and my teacher actually pulled me off at the end of the class and said this could actually be a pretty good book if you actually expanded upon it. Nice. And I did try, but I ran into horrible writer's block. I'm not very good at conveying much on paper. Like it's good, but my wording wasn't that great.
You got to put a lot of emotion into it to hook a reader.
Like I did, and also I think
anything.
the reason was though, as how what I did with the short story. It was a short story. I didn't have to put a lot into it. I didn't have to put so much detail into emotions, relationships.
That's the scary thing with
everything.
AI. Nowadays, you're doing all this.
When I had to start thinking more of character names, origins, why they're doing this, why they're doing that, because I can give a quick synopsis.
Thinking more of the backstory of the character that you're
Robin
writing.
Hood type character. Steals from rich, gives to the poor. There is magic in this world. That is definitely a thing. There is actually an evil warlock that's actually threatening pretty much the whole land.
That's real life.
Yeah, but anyway,
and a good
this
movie.
character has nothing to do with all that.
Start.
He's just trying to help his fellow man, poor man, and stick it to the rich people. And he's a new rich family
outside of the kingdom.
A new rich family moves into the town though, and they have links to the cult, basically, like to the warlock, basically. He's like, oh well, I bet you they have some crazy stuff in there stashed away there that I can take and sell for a great price. Feed everybody. Goes down, gets in there. Sees a chest, and the chest has like all these like spinning runes and everything on it, kind of swirling around, and he's like, bet you that's something. Basically, like, most people would just be like, no, that looks dangerous, but this guy, he's like, oh no, that's something valuable. He got the thief mindset on that.
So that's the thesis to what you're writing.
But yeah. So basically it was what I was writing. But basically he picks the lock to the chest, gets it open, pulls out, finds a sword. He goes and picks it up. The moment he picks it up, all these swirling runes that were also on the sword, but they all start go all the way up his arm, swirl all the way up his arm, and swirl around his heart, where his heart is. He now has 3 years to find the creator of the sword, the warlock, and kill him, or he will die. But the sword doesn't just kill you. In the time that you have the power of magic. You can cast magic as long as you're wielding the sword.
Don't mess with magic.
Yeah, and like
This
so.
is in fantasy and movies and books.
But,
and
You
That's
wrote
like-
this in what grade?
Oh man, I think freshman year.
Right.
Yeah, ninth grade. And yeah, and
Came up with the plot and everything.
Why didn't you?
Like,
Why didn't anything come of it? Why didn't you turn it into a book?
it's when I got into building
He
the
said
relationships
writer's
with the
block.
characters, and I had to add more characters in because it didn't have enough to it yet. Like it was very like honestly it was 3 back-to-back pages, but honestly if I were to put everything I had in my head at that moment on, it would have been easily like 4 or 5 chapters.
Yeah,
But that
That's
was
the
just
beginning of a short story,
Yeah, that would have
short
just
book.
been like the base of it all.
Start of a
Because
fucking long
there
movie.
was gonna be a love interest. There was gonna be all kinds of stuff to it. Like
You gotta do the plot
get
twist.
like a little wolf companion to follow him around. Goes on a whole journey, learns all kinds of.
You
new
can make
magic.
it an animation. No, you ain't got me. I mean,
Yeah, I'd rather get it down on paper and everything, and have the story all written out and ready, and then I could work. I'd more have someone help me work on animation because I'm not entirely 100% tech savvy yet. So
or start a GoFundMe, bro.
yeah,
to
that
get
too.
the
But
thing.
that's the problem. I don't want to start anything if I can't fully like think of it all.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give people the
Some of the
if
greatest
people take interest. I don't want
Creations
to
weren't
let
fully
down
thought
those
of up
people.
until
I did that like
fucking
I don't know
end.
if you watched all the podcasts, but like there was like 3 ideas in there. I started to tell and I never did.
Maybe like, I used
All
to draw
the
a bit
ideas
to
that
an
we
extent,
started
too.
on and
But I was
fucking
losing my
never
train
got
of thought.
back
I
to.
taught myself to try and listen.
Like I used to draw to an extent too when I was there, but like now
Listening's a
my
hard
hands
skill.
are nowhere near steady anymore. Like I have a slight
Yeah.
shake through my hands. I can't.
Coffee.
Yeah, right. But like my hands,
Energy
I
drinks.
can't hold my hands steady with a pencil as well as I used
And we've
to.
just grown up.
Yeah,
They've made
and-
these tablets and devices.
Honestly, like
That's harder to draw. Fuck you. I can't draw on a
Honestly,
tablet. I could
even
probably
like-
draw on a piece of paper
if
better than
have,
I
like,
could
a
on a
stylus,
tablet.
like you know, like
That's
a
what I'm
stylus like that. See, I understand that because that's really convenient. You could have all the colors you need right there where you need it, all kinds of textures, all kinds of everything you need. You could paint a picture as real as a photo
Yeah,
almost.
technology is great for creation.
But
just is.
the only problem is when the technology becomes the creation.
Yep.
That's
And it
always
takes the
the thing.
creativity part out
Takes
of
the
it.
creator's
But
story
that-
to a
and
total
the people
different
that are doing
level.
that are just profiting off of it.
Right.
People's inability to correspond. A
Like,
long train
there's
of
a
thought.
few-
I've seen an episode of Black Mirror where you're on a treadmill until you get a shot on the freaking.
I actually I started watching Black Mirror,
Black Mirror,
but I haven't gotten. I did like I got so many
That's a
things
good
I'm watching.
episode. That's like one of the. I think that might
You
be
ever
the
seen
very first episode
Love, Death, and Robots? I think it was.
of the Black
It's
Mirror?
on, no, it's on Netflix. It's called Love, Death,
I've
and
seen it
Robots. It's a
scrolling
show.
through, but I never watched
It's
it.
actually really interesting. Every single one is a different story. None of them are connected. It's their own story on each one, and not
So
all.
it's like Robot Chicken for
and
Roblox.
every single one's a different kind of animation too.
right. So
like
it's
it's
like
a-
Robot
Something
Chicken
came
for
from
Roblox.
something.
But it's cool. So it's because it's like a different artist for every single episode. So it's like representing other artists. It's really they have like 2 seasons of it.
Did you
too.
do any backyard wrestling as a kid?
Oh, backyard wrestling, throwing my best friends off the top bunk, that kind of shit all the time, dude. And did I get in trouble for it all the fucking
I
time?
don't know if this retaliates on camera or not, but yeah, you look like Mick Foley, bro. Mick Foley all the way. And
Mixed with
I
something
Mick Foley.
else.
I was a fan of Mick Foley. Mick Foley.
And
was
you know
the
what's
man.
funny? I actually look just like my father. My dad. It's just his face is a little more narrow than mine. My face, my head's a little wider. So that's like our main. So that's like one of our main differences. Plus, like right around here, the brow, like the creases here. That's a difference too. That's my mom. But so like. Yeah, I think my dad does look a little like Mick Foley too, but like a more slender looking version.
I was up there at Gundorino when he had his first boiler room brawl match with Undertaker, man. And I was so mad because you couldn't watch that because I was in the audience. So if I was at home, it would be shown on TV. And I'm pretty sure they were showing it on the monitor at the time, and it sucked. I'm like,
Actually-
man, it didn't get good till they came out to the arena. So
So
man,
I'm gonna actually take this chance now on the subject of some famous people. Like, okay, so have you guys ever met like in person, like actually sat down and talked to anybody famous before, like famous? No. I haven't either, but
I've thought
I
of
was
some I
helped by
wanted to
somebody
talk
famous
to.
as a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mom met Billy Ray Cyrus
Oh, yeah.
in the Walmart, and he held me as a baby. And my mom told me about that. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
No shit.
I'm
That's
like, holy
probably
crap!
right at the hype of the achy breaky heart thing too, bro.
Yeah, I was so cool
Probably.
though. I mean, I'm not like a super big fan of Billy Ray Cyrus. I do like his stuff. Achy Breaky Heart's a
It's
classic.
like
man.
a one-hit wonder.
But,
Though.
like, yeah, and he had a
Unless-
couple other little stuff.
I'm
that
sure
he did
people that stuck
pretty
with,
good.
oh yeah, with the internet. Nobody's
because
a
I
one-hit
after
wonder anymore.
after Mom told me that, I kind of looked into him a little more. Listened to some of his other stuff. It wasn't all that bad. But yeah, Achy Breaky Heart was definitely one of his.
What they did go to a concert?
Personally, my opinion.
How'd he hold you?
I mean, it's just like as far as I know, my mom was just like handed me to him for a few minutes.
Was
He
you
was,
guys? Was they out in public?
They were there. They were like, I think by the jewelry section in the Walmart out in Fairlawn.
Really?
Yeah, like somewhere because my grandma, which that's another subject. My grandma is I just got put on oxygen recently, and this woman.
Sorry.
She's fine. She's fine. That's the thing.
Really?
That's the
She's on
funniest thing.
oxygen?
She's great. Like, 'cause she doesn't make it seem like it's hurting her at all. I know the reality of it,
It
obviously.
sucks.
But
Because you have to take the
you would
responsibility.
think
taking care of
after
that
that
tank
she'd
and
be
everything.
retiring, right? Then you think that'd be good cause for
Some
retire?
people need
No,
to work,
she was
bro.
like, nah. She is on leave. She is going to be returning to work actually, probably like within the next couple weeks or so. I can't remember exactly what
What'd
she
she
said.
do?
Oh, she works at Walmart. She works at the exact Walmart that my mom said that Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, and she worked in the jewelry section too. So my grandma was right there when it all happened. Apparently,
She's been there that long.
Oh, dude,
Grandma's been
she
there?
was there before, but she was there. I think since that Walmart was there. I think.
Fairlawn, that's a little one. Ain't the,
It's actually not that little.
Ain't
I
the
think
one-
they expanded it a little
They've
since it first started
expanded
there.
for sure.
But yeah, like she's been there. I remember
It's the
my
one with the
earliest
red
memory
buttons,
is her
not the
working
blue
there.
ones,
That's
right?
the thing.
I think so.
She was
Yeah,
working
the
there, I'm
red
pretty
ones.
sure, before
That's
I
what
was
makes
even
it
a thought.
unique.
I know.
The
That's
red
why-
letters will get you.
I know. I can't.
Why
remember.
don't it have blue ones?
Huh?
Why don't it have the blue ones?
You have to ask why. They probably wanted to
Yeah.
start with red letters first. Shit, they were
But,
like, all right, we gotta try to go like
but yeah,
Walgreens,
she's
but
working there that
Walmart.
long. I would think she'd just retire at this point. But in my head,
She loves what she does.
yeah, I know she probably loves what she does. And two, I know a lot of people get scared when they're old, when their relatives retire, especially the ones that are more up there in age, because they sometimes it's the work that keeps them going. Sometimes, not all the time.
That's
Not
what
to
everything
scare
is.
anybody.
That's with everything in life. You gotta work at it. Like
Yeah.
this podcast, it takes work.
Like,
running a
but it's like
website takes
what
work.
keeps them going. Like, because I've heard a few times of people of like some of my friends, their older relatives stopped working and they retired, and not but like a year.
That's why a lot of them start doing the RVing thing and traveling and being self-sustaining,
Yeah.
but still seeing.
And
What
they
they
get to
just
see
like-
the world.
My poor grandma though, she's had a lot of loss lately. Like past like about 5 years ago.
My
she
mom and
lost
dad are
her. She
traveling.
lost her husband at the time. My step grandpa. Roger, really nice man. He had if I remember right, if I'm wrong, Grandma will correct me. I think he had dementia. Yeah, which is also what actually I don't want to say that. I think my great aunt was either Alzheimer's or dementia. I feel bad not
Either
remembering.
one's horrible.
But I'm terrible at remembering which one's which. But
Ain't that about
Alzheimer's is when you forget, right? Like when you start forgetting
And
things.
then dementia's where you forget and you repeat a certain time period over your life, I believe.
Yeah, I believe.
No, I guess I stand corrected.
Dementia was my grandma.
But they both had a similar.
But yeah, they're both on the same spectrum is what it is. That's what I'm trying to think of. Anyway, and
Good word,
the thing
spectrum.
is with my great aunt, my great uncle sort of followed soon after. So it's romantic when you think about it in a way.
Yeah, broken heart. bro.
That's true love, right?
Especially
they
when
died
it's
together,
real,
follow that.
when
They died
it's
close
real
to each
love
other,
and people
so
have been
that's-
together for 40, 50 years and they met when they was young kids.
But
Can't live without them
my
at
grandma
that
also
point,
lost
like,
her dog
damn.
recently. And,
50 fucking years.
I
50.
honestly going to her house and not having a dog come running up and everything.
Get her one.
It kind of feels empty, and I feel real bad for her.
Wait.
She has to be lonely.
The one dog? What happened to the one dog she had?
Not my
I thought
mom's
she had a
side.
cat.
Not my
Oh,
mom's
okay,
grandma.
okay.
My grandma Gumple.
You had me thinking your mom's side this whole time. I'm like, no shit.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, I just lost my dog.
way out there.
Not my dog, because I got the dog when I first got it, but it lived to be 15, and I knew about it after
Yeah, my dad,
passed away.
my grandma on my dad's side, basically.
Dogs
bad.
live a long time.
Oh, dude, there was I was like.
So don't get a.
I was like
how old
15.
is your grandma? I mean,
Honestly, if I remember right, I believe 70s. I don't want to say early or late.
she got good
I don't want
genes.
her to smack
Do you know
the
how?
CSI.
Do you know how old her
I seen you warning.
great grandma or anything like that?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, the that side of my family is German to the core, pretty much.
So it depends on how to take care of yourself.
For the most part, and honestly, they're pretty resilient people. So I would assume my grandpa, my grandpa is also German. He had skin cancer, and even with all the treatment, he's doing great. Like he's still kicking, but he's also he's a non-vet. I believe it's not. Don't smack me, Grandpa. But well, then again, don't watch this at all. You don't want to see some of the shit I say. But the fact of the matter is, it's just my grandma's very. I feel like she might be more alone now. But since it's a little late in the game. But I got my driver's temps recently, so once I get my actual driver's license, I'm planning to start driving out to places and visiting people and getting myself outside more, because honestly, that's 25% of the.
And you're not a bad driver.
Yeah, I'm
Not
not.
a
Like I
bad
said,
driver at all.
I've
It
driven
takes
so
time
many
and
different
practice.
things that driving
You
a
ever driven
vehicle
a tow
just
motor?
kind of goes. I don't know if I've ran a tow motor.
He's
I don't
done
think so.
stick shift though.
Yeah, I haven't.
Tow
He
motors
knows
are
how to
weird,
drive a
they
stick shift. That's a
reverse.
hard thing.
They were,
To be fair,
I've never done a tow motor
I would
either,
have
though.
to probably get back to
That's
using a stick
forklift,
shift, because
right?
I'd had to I remember as I used it, but I would grind a few gears before I got it back fully, because it's been forever since I've done it.
With stick shift, you're
'Cause
gonna
I was
probably
like-
grind
I
a
was like
couple of them
18,
before.
19 when I
Just
did that.
learning.
I'm 32. Yeah, so yeah.
Every car is different.
right. Well, have you had your license before and just have?
I've had my
temps
temps a few times. It's just very bad timing, like every single time. And one time that I actually had gotten ready and everything, I go in and I realized it's expired. It expired the day I went in. I was like,
No shit.
dude.
Damn.
I'm not even gonna lie. I went home. I jumped on my PlayStation 2 and I played the most fucking violent game I could find. I can't even remember
What's
what it
the
was.
most violent game? I'm doing it though.
Oh no! Wait,
Fuck it.
wait. Wrong gen PlayStation. I was actually playing PS3. I had I had the Doom. The Doom 3, the one that was 3D, but didn't really kind of feel like Doom. It was just more like they leaned more
It's
into
all
horror. No, they leaned more into horror on this Doom 3. They leaned way more. Do you remember Doom 3 BFG edition?
The first Doom I played is I can't even remember which one it was.
Most people, the first Doom they played was like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo era Dooms.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, Nintendo 64
Maybe.
too. But like the one I'm talking about was like Xbox era going into Xbox 360. That one they leaned a little too much into the horror aspect. It felt like they were trying to be a full-on horror game when, let's be honest, it was let's be honest here, it's supposed to be about slaughtering.
And with the way
demons and all
technology advanced, you had to tell a story at that time. They had to make up for the capacity of what they were spending on making it and the memory disk and whatnot. So they had to make it longer content. It can't just be run through.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
because you still had to find keys and stuff.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you still have to do that part, but like, they put like part of the of it was like figuring out the story and lore for yourself for the most part, and that one kind of felt like it held your hand way too much. It's
for
like
Nintendo 64.
not the
BFG
one, the Doom 3 BFG edition.
See, I got this handheld.
That one though wasn't bad. The one you're talking about wasn't bad.
I didn't play it that much, but
I remember it was a pretty decent one. It's underrated in my opinion.
I was playing like Pokemon Stadium. and wrestling, No Mercy.
Oh, what was your favorite Pokemon from that time?
I only remember that because they made a really cool.
I liked.
I just liked the N64.
I liked
The
Squirtle.
Mario thing. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, dude, Conker's Bad Fur Day. You remember the South Park games for Nintendo 64? One of them was like a battle royale type where you throw snows like snowball
They
fight.
made a lot of South Park games.
Yeah, and you could like pee on the snowballs to power them up.
I didn't know they made a South Park game. No shit.
Oh, there's a few. There's like a turn-based RPG one that's like
learn something
that's
new every day.
recent.
I'll be damned.
I can't remember what it was called. It was, I know the second one, the sequel to the South Park that I'm talking about is called South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, spelled with a WHOLE.
Yeah.
Don't censor it.
Yeah.
On that note,
That's why I put a little pause there. I went butthole.
Yeah,
Alright, that's good.
because
I'm down.
Basketball was a good movie them guys created.
Yeah, there's that too.
It was funny. I didn't really. I was older.
It was alright.
I was older when I realized where it came from. Then it all made sense.
You know, it's really that's a type of genre of game that I don't usually touch too much is sports, because I've never been much of a sports person. But
Wrestling. That's it.
yeah,
It's a
definitely
big
wrestling.
game,
I've played
though.
I've played a ton of those. Me and my friends had whole sets of characters made in those games.
Nowadays, you can make the logo. Make your
Oh
own
yeah,
brand.
it's great. You can make a whole team and management a campaign and all that. It's cool.
They got the dudes that do YouTube videos that.
But
it's whole people.
When it comes to wrestling though, when it comes to I played a couple of basketball and football games, but the only ones that I played were NBA and NFL Street. The Street series were fun. It didn't go to the core rules as hard. You could make custom characters.
Yeah, it was like playing on
and the GameCube version of the NBA one.
That's what they
have
need
Mario
more.
characters.
They need more of that, and I know the newer consoles.
I was big into Need for Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I love Need for Speed.
Need for Speed Carbon was my absolute
The
favorite.
big consoles have the capacity to do a lot of
And
things. That's
Underground.
Hooking up
Underground 2 were great,
multi-controllers.
too.
They don't make a lot of couch cushion like we could be sitting here playing a video game all on one console, but we all have to
Actually,
They don't do one count
I don't know if you guys
anymore.
have heard,
You
but
have to
there
have
was
split.
an
You
online
can't do
Need
split
for Speed
screen.
game,
Split screen is
a
horrible.
big, like a World of Warcraft kind of a big, massive online multiplayer version. It was called Need for Speed World. My dad actually has a server from that game. I think him and his friends bought a server from that game, and they have their own server for the game. So which
It's still running.
yeah, and he said everything, you can get anything you want. You can customize whatever car. You don't have to worry about earning the money if you don't want to. You could just throw together
Seems
a
like
car
it
and
might
just
get
drive around.
boring
the
a
base
little
and
bit
everything.
at
What is
the
it? An
end.
app?
What?
Is it an app?
No, it's a PC. It's on PC.
It's a server.
Mm-hmm.
You don't unplug it.
It's like an online server. They bought an online server, so they basically the servers in a whole other place somewhere, but they use their internet to run it basically. If I think
A
that
server
explained that
somewhere in
right.
a data center.
Right. But but my dad said you can basically go in there. You don't have to go through the whole thing of earning everything. You can just build a car, throw together whatever parts, tweak it however you want. You don't have to worry. You can race. You still can race, go around racing, but you can have fun with just building cars.
Do you race with other people online?
with whoever they have on there, but they
have actual people on there.
Yeah,
racing.
he has him and his whole little friend group that he has.
No shit. Okay, now that sounds a little more fun to me. Now that does sound a little more fun.
Do they do I like them simulator racing games they got some pretty cool setups where the people actually have the hydraulic lifts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Use actual car front ends. That's crazy, bro.
Dude, one of my friends.
Why not? You ought to just open up your basement and sell tickets for $5 a pop. At that point, and let people enjoy it.
Dude,
put it in a setting like a Dave and Buster's for that.
Right.
Because they got them. But
one of my friends though, he is when it comes to driving games, he's the guru of my friends. He's the master.
He's the one making them YouTube clips and
Yeah,
going
like
skate bouncing off.
Like, holy
He's
shit,
the
how
one-
did he
he's the
do
one
that?
that'll drift around.
No way, he's
the
fitting
one
through
that'll
there.
drift a circle around
Oh shit, he
you
fit!
And keep the circle going for like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Need
rounds.
for Speed Drift. was
And then take off.
That's like how that was.
No shit.
But like, yeah, it's my buddy AJ. My buddy AJ, he picked up the other day. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like he likes to drive.
Oh,
he seems like he
he's
could
a driver.
drive too.
He's a driver.
Yeah, he drives stick. He likes stick. I like
he
that
likes
about
stick.
him.
Oh yeah,
He'll drive a
nothing but
fucking stick shift, 5
He's
speed.
the one that taught me how to drive stick. I drove one of his first car.
5 speed's hard to
He
drive.
took over off Triplet where the rubber bowl used to be. Well, when the rubber bowl was still there, like I think the skate park is still there out in the back. But there's a little if you go, I think it was the year before or past the skate park, can't remember which, but off to the side here, there's there's one or two, I think 2 or 3 gravel parking lots, and that's where he took me. He just had me go around there in circles, shifting until I got it down. And honestly, I went around it once or twice.
I took my
Had it.
steps on it. I didn't take him driving stick shift, just regular.
You want to know what helped?
took him
though?
driving,
You want to
though?
know what helped me figure it out though?
Hold on 1 second. You took him driving though?
Along.
Your stepson? No shit.
Right.
That's a hell of an
In a
experience
parking
for
lot,
anybody
bro.
right there. You ever take
In a parking
anybody
lot?
in a parking lot? Well, yeah, of course, at a parking lot. Who's the dumbass
the-
that's gonna take somebody on the street
It's
when their first
it's
time
the
ever
parking lot
driving?
right-
Their first time ever
Right
driving.
there off of Manchester Road where the McDonald's is at with the cones behind it.
Nice
I've taught
parking
someone
lot.
how to drive like a dune buggy and a go kart before, so I
Okay.
kind of know how it feels like sitting under seat in the passenger seat and just guide somebody.
Yeah.
So I know the idea of it, not like it's nowhere near as extreme as being on the road, because on the off road there's no real rules. You just gotta be
Dune buggy.
careful.
Yeah. I seen a real while ago, so taking a
Smart person would take them to a parking lot.
real life.
No one said we were smart though.
Real life is free roaming.
At least
He's on
not
a
me.
walking path and
I
he
used
just
to
turned off and
drive
took off.
a manual dirt bike. Like I had a clutch and I had the clutch and everything to shift. So I had the idea of what using a clutch and shifting with the clutch is like, and then it threw my foot, but at the same time I kind of had an idea, so I just had to convey the same feeling into my right hand.
That's why I've never liked driving
Makes
stick
sense.
shift because there's too much.
I mean, you gotta really keep your mind on it.
So I'm gonna put it in drive.
I could
Go,
smoke,
watch traffic.
fucking drink,
No, I
drink whatever I'm
here's the
drinking. My
thing.
liquid, not liquor. Yeah, I'm drinking liquor all the damn time. You know me, biggest
Here's my
alcoholic.
problem though.
But,
driving how much more.
Drinking and driving? Oh, I love drinking and driving. It's the funnest, don't you know?
No, you
It's
can't
the
smoke
fun.
that.
No, I don't drink. Anybody that knows me knows I don't drink. But still, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, where were you going?
Okay, so
To a sponsor break. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Investors look for disciplined compounding and steady growth. At Basement Made Online Store, we're opening our investor program. We offer a 20% annual compounding interest rate, guaranteed after 1 year of stock holdings. Your capital fuels inventory turns, best-selling reorders, and data-driven ads. Compounding means profits are reinvested to earn more profits. Start today. After the first year, interest compounds at the 20% rate. Rule of 72. At 20%, money doubles about every 3.6 years. We manage order sizing, cash buffers, and stock levels to protect drawdowns. Automation and cost controls help keep the curve moving upward. You'll receive transparent updates on sales, margins, and reinvestment cycles. Terms apply. Eligibility and program documents govern participation. Review before investing. Invest in Basement Made Online Store today. 20% compounding, guaranteed after year 1. Visit our investor page to get started.
Sponsor break. All right, we're back. No.
okay, so the train of thought has derailed. I'm not sure if there's any survivors.
That happens after sponsor break sometimes, and we don't cut. That's just straight through, bro. It sucks. I'm sorry I do that. I just
We were
got-
talking
I
stick
just do
shifts
whatever
though
I have to
and
know.
clutch
Yeah,
systems.
Okay, hold on.
You were
I just
talking
hate
about
doing
how
dirt
it was a
bike.
lot better with
But it
dirt
was
bike.
manual. Learn how to
Keep
do
going.
that. Kind of pretty much transfer the feeling of the same idea of this of it to my
Yeah, I said I
hands.
can't do all that.
But
I
the
can't
problem
smoke
with
and
it
drink
is,
coffee
though,
doing that shit.
It's too much. I can't
Just to
like
go.
I'm able to
Really?
keep an eye on many things at once. But if it,
I love it because
but the problem
it's
with
not
it, though,
to me.
But the problem with
There's-
it though, it's
that's
not
just
that,
a mechanic.
I
Actually,
love
let me
it.
rephrase what
I
I
miss
said.
my stick
It's
shift.
not that it's too
I
much.
so miss
It's
the
that
fucking 5-speed
it's
I
that
had.
that my safety depends on it. You know, doing well in it depends. You know, my
Okay,
safety.
so you're.
It's more that it's not that I can't handle that. It's all there. I can 100. I'm a gamer. Come on. I can handle multiple things at once.
But why when you could just put it in auto?
Right.
Put it in drive. Let's
But-
go.
but-
Don't get
Put
me
it in
wrong,
reverse,
manual
let's go.
Is
But-
way more control. I will admit that.
But don't
but-
don't get start just getting in
That's
Teslas
why
and
I
going.
love it.
If when you get a car, it's gonna be
Oh no, I'll get like a beater. I already know.
a real car, not an electric car, right?
Oh yeah.
No,
It's gotta be a beater though. We're gonna get
$700 car beater with a heater.
But like it runs good. But I want to start with that and just like I want to find a job that relates to me having to be able to drive. Like I want to start looking at places further away.
And you've been putting your
Because my
freaking
problem right
applications
now
in.
is I can't find anything right now because there's nothing that's like really close by and there's nothing like and right now the only designated driver around I had the driving privileges are revoked at the moment, which they'll have them in the next like few months, I believe. But I can't exactly. You can't have someone that has the driving privileges revoked as the designated driver.
It sucks having a vehicle, bro. I mean,
And the
Vehicle
thing
upkeep
is,
is-
Zach, I like the car. It's like what was it? It was a Ford Fusion, I believe it was, like a 2014 Ford Fusion, 2013, somewhere around that area. It's actually no, it might have been like a 2015. But
you just
anyway,
want to get something good on gas.
yeah, but it runs well. It drives well. Like, but the thing is, between
Always
driving
check the fluids,
this man's
too.
And the
truck,
mileage.
going from driving
Yeah, you
driving
had
this
fun
man's
driving
truck
that
to
truck.
that car.
Oh,
Gosh,
That's
dude.
19
my
The-
truck.
the-
My truck's a special kind of. Yeah, it's a special kind of piece
Is that a
of
stick
something.
shift? That's not.
I wish.
But the thing
If it was a stick shift, it'd probably. Oh
I could
man.
feel the pushback when I pressed the gas. But in his truck, the car,
Smooth as can be,
smooth
right?
as silk. So I got
Any
so-
vehicle is going to be like that, though. It doesn't matter whatever
And-
vehicle you get.
and I-
You can get in the same exact vehicle, and you get it in my truck, but nicer, and it would drive nice. You know, smoother than you would think.
I used to have a real problem with lead foot, and it scared me, so my foot would twitch. Obviously, Zach can vouch for this. I kind of gotten over it for the most part.
No, you did good. You got on the main road. That was the
I
hardest
think
part.
it was because when I
fucking
first
getting on the
started
main
driving when I was
road.
younger, I was a little more. I wasn't as seasoned. I wasn't as experienced in things that get scary at. Basically, I've been in a lot of some bad situations since that time. So I feel like it kind of hardened me up a little bit, and now I'm able to kind of level myself more in
Bad
that
situations
used to
at a
be
younger
able to-
time?
Used to panic me, but I also have like new types of situations that panic me in different ways. I got like PTSD. Oh god, that's a whole story. PTSD is a freak week. Ugh.
Yeah.
Especially like if it's like this to people with just a daily life stuff. Like not saying it happens every day, but bad shit happens to people every day. But people that have PTSD from like stuff in their life that isn't like related to war or anything like that.
Yeah, life is just
That's bad. But I can only imagine what PTSD is like for like a non-vet or something like that. Like, oh my god, if it's this bad for someone like me, for like just like. You know, I would say regular PTSD.
Everybody
but
sees
like,
different things.
Yeah.
No, none of us see the same aspect of
Because
everybody
mine
else's
was, dude,
point
like,
of life.
I lived with someone that was very mentally ill. Like, woke up screaming, beat his girlfriend. I had nowhere else to go, so if I said something...
Oh man,
I
just
was the only
somebody
one- it would
waking
be
up
only me
screaming is
paying
a hard
bills.
thing to deal with.
He would have got took to jail. She wasn't paying anything. His girlfriend wasn't paying anything. It would have been just me. So I would have been screwed. I had nowhere else to go at the time. Which is understandable. Most of my family were taking others in at the time, so I have no ill will. That is okay, because I know who they were helping. So
You had to be
I
there
was
to really
trapped.
understand.
For
that kind of-
5 years of my 20s, I was trapped. 5 years, and then the next 5 years, I wasted on a relationship that took me across the United States.
With a female?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it took me across the United
You
States
had a
to
fun
Oregon.
ride, though.
And came back. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was nice out there. Don't get me wrong. The experience was nice. I will give it that. But it's like I feel like almost all of my 20s was just completely and utterly wasted. And I live with that every single day. That's one of the thoughts I go to bed.
None of us, they say men don't mature until 25. Bro.
Like but like it's more the fact that like I had to deal with all that. So like any like fun I could have had, anything that I would have done if I wasn't dealing with that, it would have never happened. And it's just like I feel like if I didn't have, and my friend at the time, my other friend at the time that was living with me and said, dude, he's the one that introduced me to said guy. He's the one that left me with that guy, and for some reason, my best friend blames me for everything bad in his life. But he did that to me.
You can't take the blame.
You know what I mean? Like I found him a place to live when he came back from New York. I found him a place to go. My father gave him a place to stay, basically, because I put in a word for him. Like I did a lot for the guy, and he just blames me for all of his problems.
Bro, yeah, lessons and blessings.
If anything, he took my entire 20s from me almost, other than the second half, you know? He took half of it. Like, his actions led to all that. And
Made you the person you are today, though. Without it,
I'll admit...
without that experience, you could have been a total different person, though,
yeah,
right?
but I'll admit there's some things...
Would you want to have changed that experience, though?
It's a double-edged sword, though.
That's
There's a lot of things that I am grateful that
Everything
came
in
out
life's
of
a
it.
double-edged
But there's a
sword
lot of
sometimes.
things that I have trouble sleeping sometimes. I wake up in cold sweats every once in a while. Like the guy haunts my the guy haunts my nightmares, dude. He's threatened my life before. Like he terrifies.
You've been in that situation.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude, he took my pet. Okay, I had a pet rat. Then I didn't know I was pregnant when I got her. And she had two babies, and I was like, okay, cool. I have 3 rats. I'm okay with that. It was great. I get my pet rat to sit on my shoulder, eat like sunflower seeds, put them in a nice little pile while I'm playing games. Great
Just
great
sit
animal,
there and
dude. Just
chill,
she
huh?
was great. She was a great rat.
Oh, yeah.
Her babies were starting to do the same thing too. You want to know what happened? The motherfucker threw every single one of them across the street.
Yeah.
All the way across over someone's house into the next next street over.
Just to be an asshole. To him.
Yeah. Literally woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I happened to say something I guess the wrong way. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. And it got bad, dude. I'm not a violent person. I stray away from violence. Even though I like a lot of violent stuff, I stray away from violence heavily. I'm very what's the word? Democratic. Like I like to discuss. I like to debate. I don't want to go straight to fighting.
I don't think that's considered democratic.
Originally, like the original like definition for it, not what it's twisted to be now.
Oh, politics is fun.
The good kind, not the twisted, corrupt kind. But anyway, which almost doesn't exist.
They
anymore.
twisted it
But,
back and forth because a lot of Republicans are, and what the party is now used to be called the Democrats.
But after he did that, it was the first time I felt something in my brain almost physically just snap.
Wasn't a good time.
I
could imagine. I mean, you had those, and I see how you are with animals.
Yeah,
I couldn't
that's your
imagine
pet,
how
bro,
you
sure.
would snap on that.
Like
You're a very
like
loving
Zach,
and
you
caring
see me get
person
to
when
like
it comes to
anger,
that
like
kind of
angry,
stuff,
not
but yeah, no.
almost like a little bit of a rage. But this was just like
Was it over the
Full
home?
blown
Was it
seeing
over,
red.
What?
honestly, the rats is what just made everything explode.
It was the last straw.
It was a
why
build
did
up.
they do it?
It was like what all did he do over the extent of it?
No, over the rat. Was it like due to money or something?
No, it was freaking. Honestly, I'm trying to remember.
Shout out to Bubba Cup. I kicked it over.
Honestly, I don't even think it was anything to do with me entirely. I think what happened
can't
was
be
he got
that.
into an argument with this girl, and I happened to say something wrong or something that didn't sound wrong, right?
He
and
stepped in
his rage immediately turned towards me, and I was standing, and then he looked over at the rats in the cage and just.
Nice.
But yeah,
did you duke it out afterwards?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
See, he should've just
Well,
went
you
right
want to
to
know
that.
what happened first? obviously, because I don't want to hurt anybody, I first hit objects first. I hit one out, like I threw one punch.
That's destruction
I just,
property.
yeah, it was mine.
If it's your own property, it's not as bad, but
bullshit.
still sucks.
But okay,
I was
besides
taking
Because you
no,
fuck
okay.
up some shit.
Besides the points of the story.
Arrested me for destruction of my own property.
Besides the points of the story, though,
It's
I
my fence,
punched-
screw you.
Okay, so my parents had like regular glass like aquarium cage like with like a grate on top. I punched through that, through the other side, into the wall, almost into the other room. There was a dent on the other side of the wall.
Was there any fish in the aquarium?
Nah, I know the aquarium is where my rats had been.
Gotcha.
So
Is there
and
ecosystem?
like my fist was like dripping blood and everything, and his girlfriend described the look in my eyes as just someone who just is done. That's all she said. He was just done. He was done. And she's like, I've never seen. I dated her a long time ago before they dated, so I didn't really care they were dating. And she's never ever seen me get that mad, and she was around me a lot, so she's seen me get pretty steamed before. But she said she was
around you enough to
absolutely
get to know
terrified.
you.
Like it made her blood run cold.
Well, hopefully.
She was like,
"You guys boys now? You guys make up or
no, God, no.
no?"
Yeah, he's in jail.
Oh.
You remember that girlfriend I mentioned? She was pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah, it's his fault she's not. I'm not going to go into what
Oh,
he did
yeah,
or how he did it,
that
but he
one.
went to
Yeah,
jail
I
for
know.
it.
Hold
That
up.
sucks.
Or no.
And, well, you know that whole, you know like the Harley Quinn thing? Like, she loves the Joker no matter, even though he's a psychopath and he hurts her and everything. That was her thing.
Yep.
And she, even after all that, tried defending him. And
women are,
and it's, I don't understand it too, because she's so smart. Like, she's a really smart girl.
Love is a double-edged sword. That's why you follow that girl you said later.
But anyway,
Love is tricky.
The matter is, the moral of the story here: don't piss off the nice guy. Do not piss off the guy that chooses peace every time, because when they get past that point, they might not stop. Because some of them, they try so hard not to feel that. When they do, they don't have the right control. I've had a few after that happened. I had a couple other snaps, you know. Actually, no, there was one other time before that I did snap. Mom's best friend, her boyfriend pushed my mom to the ground, and she almost hit her temple on a table.
You snap for the right reasons, though. You didn't
But
snap for wrong reasons.
I immediately swung, and it wasn't just like that. It wasn't like
Don't
just a
mess with
swing.
moms, yeah.
I went like this. I pulled my fist back and freaking brought my fist forward like full hook, and all I did was clip him like this, like just like a little clip. He spun down to the ground into a corner where by a closet, and I was in not even a freaking second. I was already on top of him, ready to be there. But then I stopped for a second because I had like just a fleeting moment of clarity. I looked over and I saw I was best friends with her son, like my mom's best friend's son. I was best friends with him. Great guy. He had some younger siblings, and we were room right over, and they could see everything. So I kind of like.
Oh.
Didn't go all the way.
Cause dude, it took me a second. Cause I had my fist. I was like this. I was like, my whole fist was like vibrating. I was like,
Took all that you could to not hit him.
yeah, I could. It was.
Hella
It took
control
everything.
right there.
Yeah, I don't like violence. I don't like violence, and I especially don't like putting violence in front of kids.
I always say if I never have to fight a day in my life, it's too soon. If I truly never have to fight another day in my life, it's too damn soon.
But there's people like it. That's why there's an MMA, you know?
Fighting, that's different kind of fighting. That's not aggression
I mean,
fighting.
the
I
people
guess.
that watch it and the people
I guess
that
that
do it.
is different kind of fighting when it comes to MMA. They ain't fighting out of anger, nothing like that. They're
But
fighting.
Then it's a
Some of them shake
competitive
hands
type deal,
afterwards.
yeah.
It is
It's still-
competitive
The funny
to
part,
see.
though,
that.
is
Still where the...
like I said, I only clipped the guy, right? And he had a welt coming off his chin like that far, like it was like,
Messed his jaw up pretty
yeah,
good.
like it wasn't broken, but he had like it swole for a little bit.
Because
But
you didn't
and
have
he
to
was
let them
fine.
make gloves on.
Yeah, and the thing is, my knuckle
gets
was
some
all right.
gloves
My
on this
knuckle was
kid?
doing okay. Like surprisingly, it was doing all right. Usually, if you clip someone like that, it can mess up your knuckle pretty bad. But my knuckle did all right. But the thing was, I was just surprised it did that much just from a little clip. And I could imagine like if the whole thing had connected, like if it had been like, oh, you're good. Like if it had been
That's
a
why I keep
full on
looking
like
up. I'm trying to blow
collision
the
like
smoke
with his
up.
full cheek instead of just a little clip.
Instead of straight.
I could only imagine.
That's when you were a teenager, huh?
No, actually, that was around when I was 21, 22. So just coming out of teenage years, still a little fresh.
Yeah. There you go.
So, but yeah, I was living over in Barberton. You know where Van Buren Homes is? Yeah, so around that area. I was around that area. Yeah, but that wasn't too bad of an era of my life. There was a little bit of a problem with alcoholism, but we're not going to get into that. Wasn't my problem though, technically. It was, but it wasn't.
Back in the 90s?
Oh man, dude, you believe it or not, I remember a lot of my time in the 90s. Even though I was born in 93, I remember a lot of it. Funny thing is, a lot of the stuff that I like came out in 93. Like Power Rangers came to America in 93.
I still play to this day.
I believe Mega Man X.
Yeah, they still play to this
The first
day.
Mega Man X game. Not the first Mega Man game, but Mega Man X. The first one of that series came out, I believe, during that year. Or one of the Metroid games, I believe, came out during that year. A lot of really cool shit came out during that year. I was like looking, I'm like, that's cool.
If you want to plug your Twitch and what's the other one that starts with the S?
Oh, man.
If you don't want to plug it, that's all right. But if you get them up and going again and want to come back and plug it, bro, we'll do that.
Honestly, I honestly barely remember what is my Twitch. Let me take a look here. It's been so long since I even looked at it. I have it on my phone. I don't know if I've logged in on this yet though. Let me take a look here.
Get your Twitch account back
Zach,
up.
you got Twitch or anything?
Nope.
Zach's
Nope.
just
I just
doing
play
the YouTube
games.
videos.
Screw it. Yeah,
You
just
had
the
a couple-
YouTube videos.
Your
Fuck
shorts
it.
had a couple hundred hits on it, I seen.
I don't got the streaming
it is what
software
it is.
set
I just
up on my
post to
computer
post.
just yet, but I do plan
ain't
on
too
getting
worried
all that
about
set up
views.
here
Once you get
eventually.
set up, we'll
But-
bring you back on.
Not unless I
this
can
was
get
gonna
it
be
actually
Zachary
24 hour
1.5,
raw.
but we're gonna call it Zachary 1.5 and
Joey.
Yep. And we're gonna review a bag, fellas. Remember that Oliver Anthony?
That's the
video I
ending
showed
of it
you?
all, just the bag.
Huh?
We're reviewing the bag.
Oh,
No,
the
the video.
Of
And then
Oliver Anthony.
yeah.
So I'm gotta have a bug out bag if that goes. So I'm thinking about reviewing this bug out bag that I bought a while ago. And then I'll put the prices somewhere in the background of how much I paid for the bug out bag and where people can get it and shit.
So all the stuff that you paid for it and just, I've seen some of that.
Yeah, they're little survival kits they sell. They sell them at like Walmart now.
Survival kits are nice to have nowadays.
I want to get some dry food. I know I got like my Amazon wish list was like $2,500.
You see the buckets of dry food?
Yeah.
The fucking big.
Last for 20 years,
man,
bro.
I'm like, holy shit. I can imagine people stocked up with those things, though.
Just to be in case.
I want to try one of them. I don't know.
People should.
But I want to try one that's been aged. Can you imagine
least
it
get
has
with the
to wait
community
20
that
years
is,
to
bro.
actually try it?
If I don't get it, I want to be with around the community that does have it, and to where when
Most communities
to where
that you want to be around will
technology
have
fails
that
or
kind of stuff.
the financial
They're
system
self-sufficient.
collapses, we have
Self-sufficient.
community, not just fucking all on everybody out for themselves.
That's a hard concept nowadays, but yeah,
Sucks,
I get
bro.
where you're coming from.
It sucks. But yeah, this is the bag, man. Now this big green bag.
You bug out bag ready to go with everything you need to survive.
Not yet.
Not
Still
yet.
need- no.
You still got plans on
I gotta
making
get
it
a
bigger
bow.
and
I gotta
better?
get a bow. Oh yeah.
A bow? Okay.
I gotta get a bow.
You want one of them collapsible ones that you can like take apart, put back together?
Like I said, I got.
I
my
know you want the
Amazon.
solar generator,
This thing was like 50.
but you'd have to
bucks
get
on
a solar
Amazon.
generator that would freaking fit in that,
And
wouldn't
I
you?
got this little thing, huh?
Knock that cup over as much as you want. It ain't spilling.
No, I wanna you know.
You got your first aid kit first. That's the
No,
first thing for a
no,
bug out bag.
No.
It's got the medical thing
No,
on it.
that thing's the main bag. This was the first bug out bag little kit that I bought.
Okay, I got you.
But it's packed, bro.
Holy shit,
It's
is
loaded. Got the solar blanket, and I believe I didn't pay, but what was it? How much did I pay?
My cigarette went out. I'll be damned.
Probably $30 tops. But
Oh,
not
yeah.
everything like this pocket watch is not included in it. I put this in there. That was a gift from my pops.
Sentimental.
He just gave it to me. Yeah, a glow stick. They got this little axe hammer multi-tool. That's pretty cool. I can't think of the brand, but I'll put it up on the thing. You got anything from your last episode you want to bring up, Zach? We cut it. People on the line was saying
I've
we cut
watched
each
it
other
enough
off too
times,
much.
and I thought a couple of different things I wanted to bring up, and then I'm like, it was that. It was what it was. It was perfect how it was. I ain't
Yeah.
freaking want to bring up any more topics. If people want to bring up topics and say topics that they fucking review and say, hey, I want to hear more about this, maybe then. But
No, we
it
just
was
go
what
off
it
the
was.
cuff
I
here,
enjoyed
bro.
that one.
Was you
You know,
off the
I
cuff
enjoyed
when you
this
was
one.
here?
Huh?
Just go off
You
the
was
rip
off the
on
cuff.
talking.
You was just off the cuff talking.
Yeah.
There wasn't no
Yeah.
script or nothing here, and that's just what we
Oh
do.
yeah, that was just
And-
anything in my
Yeah,
head. Really.
Joey brought it, man. We got into a bunch of topics. And
That's the real part of it. That's
we,
the hard part.
we don't really debate, but I don't really come here to debate, man. I just know people and get to know people and build a community. Because in the end, that's what it's all about.
Debating usually ends in arguments and fights. In my
mean-
opinion, it wasn't a debate. It
And
was
it all
just a
comes,
discussion.
like he said, knowledge and
Discussions
the
are
root
totally
core and
different.
figuring things out. And, you just got to do your own research. And cause
Joey,
you could
if the
do,
world came to the end, would you want a bug out bag? Decent little bug out bag. Think
Oh,
of
yeah.
it.
do you have a bug out bag is a more important
I
question.
mean, I mean, honestly,
have an
I have
ideal
some
of
things
a
I
bug
could
do you
out?
probably
make
go
plans?
into.
Like, do you guys watch Glenn Beck at all?
No, I mean, honestly, when it comes to like post-apocalypse plans, I mean, me and my friends do a lot of this like if the zombie stuff would happen.
Most people, that's what they
But
pushed on
like
us.
a lot
But
of
it's
that
not
stuff,
reality.
could also be applied to like regular
Absolutely.
post-apocalypse.
That's why
So
DayZ
it
is so
still
good.
it still could be
You played
modified
DayZ?
to where it could still work.
You play DayZ? I like
yeah.
DayZ.
Yeah, I've played DayZ.
I haven't played it yet. I want to because it seems like Rust. But with
definitely.
I just don't like the zombie aspect. That's why I like Rust because it's that self-sufficient aspect.
I like the zombie aspect just because it keeps me on my toes a little bit. It keeps things a little interesting. My attention, like if something ain't like if there isn't something to immediately do, like I get bored pretty quick. But that's like
He does switch up some
Any of them
games, but the
resources
games that you
games.
play are freaking intriguing as hell.
right.
That's why you gotta get your Steam account? Twitch account? Steam,
Twitch.
whatever,
Twitch.
freaking
And
gaming
Netflix.
account.
Netflix got games on. Guy have a toboggan that didn't come with it. That's mine.
Oh, yeah,
Water
you gotta have it to
purifying
buy it.
pills came with. I think I might have paid extra for that. It's like
Those are
$12.
worth having.
Yeah.
Because you can purify water by boiling it and shit like that, but it still doesn't take out the what doesn't it?
Impurities.
Yeah, impurities, and it those will take out the impurities.
24 hours,
So
one
you can
pill
boil
for-
the salt water and all that and
think
make
a
it
gallon.
fucking regular water, but you can put that in it to make it drinkable.
Oh,
Pretty
that's a cool
much.
thing right there.
Throwing it all.
I didn't throw it.
Hey, indestructible almost.
This is
it
a
can
metal
bounce off the
sport.
basement floor.
A metal sport, bro. You ever seen one of those? I've never seen one of those.
I've seen plastic ones. They got so many plastic ones
And
in
a knife.
school and everything.
And a fishing hook.
What if you need the fork and the knife at the same
I
time?
think
though?
there's one in there.
You think there's an actual knife for the? Huh?
Oh,
Okay.
fork? No.
No, I meant the fork.
No,
Like
if
you
I
got the
could-
fork
There's
aspect
another
on this
knife in
fork.
there. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, you got it on this
This
one.
thing was well worth the money, bro. I'm
Knife's
telling
right there.
you. Oh, wait till you see. You ain't seen the best part. That's in this. That'll wait till last. First aid kit. Basic needles, gauze, bandages.
Sewing needles.
Yeah, yeah.
Sewing needles. Don't be thinking you're going and buying one of
bob
these kits
pins.
and getting what you want. It's just sewing needles.
Yeah, they ain't.
Which is basically what you
diabetic
need.
needles at all. Glow sticks,
Yeah, you need always more than one of those.
flashlight, little torch,
Rechargeable or battery?
battery. I believe AAA.
AAA battery.
I believe so.
No. One AAA battery instead of like 5 or 6 is
that's on the
better.
Amazon wish list. Is a crank, hand crank radio and flashlight deal.
They got the fucking batteries you could plug in and recharge now,
Yeah.
so you could crank them, recharge.
Well,
and then put them in your flashlight. You good to go.
You got me hip to them solar powered battery
Oh, solar
chargers
panels.
a while ago. Yeah, I had.
You
one
get the
of them for a
right
while.
kind of things
Little
that to
hand
store it.
chainsaw, I
The
don't know how
storage
good that
is the
works,
hard
bro.
part.
I don't know if I'm.
I've
cutting
seen
down
some
on
reviews
that.
on those. Some of them, if you get the right kind, are good.
I got a bigger
You can
one
cut
in my
down a
Amazon
decent-
list, bro.
You got
It's a
that one
big-
that, the one that you
orange
seen that they
handles
were actually
with
cutting through
parachute
some
fiber
shit.
handles like this. Yeah, this is a nice little wristband parachute wristband with the compass built into it.
Right.
Compass clocks in the shape of the earth. All they're the same design, bro, in my opinion.
What's the little ropes about though? Just hold shit. That's a little
twine
trippy.
down, make and
for
fire.
wicks.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
Yes,
sense
sir.
now.
Yes, sir.
Wicks.
Fishing hooks.
Duh.
Nice
Fishing
little
hook's
knife.
always good to have.
Nice
There's the knife to cut the shit with.
Yeah.
You just
No, I have a knife real similar to that one.
I have a knife collection.
It's a
Be good on this
it's a tack force knife, and it has actually my name on it. In the wood part of the handle, it has Joe and my
you
dad
showed
gave
me
it to
that. It was a nice ass knife.
Yeah, if I cleaned it up, sharpened it a little bit, it'd be a very good knife.
Got a sharpening stone. That's another
There
thing.
you go.
No,
Talking
but I
about
do-
sharpening
but I do-
stone right here. We get sharpened.
Got a whistle. Nice whistle in
And
case
a
you get
whistle.
lost, get away from your community or come across a bear
You
attack
hold on
out
to
in the
that for
woods.
a minute.
And yeah, tell your people.
I did get a couple new knives. One of them is
This little card
has a little button that makes it flick out. Basically,
see that.
it comes
Switchblade?
out. No, it doesn't come straight out. It just flips out. Not like it doesn't just like
butterfly.
Ooh, it does have a
Yeah,
little
kind of
sharp
like
edge.
an
Separate?
automatic, but it doesn't like come back and forth. It's like just a button that flips out. Like the blade just flips out in the
Yeah,
place.
switchblade. I
mean-
believe that's a switchblade.
Is it switchblade?
I believe
Because I
so.
thought switchblades were the ones that come
That's
straight
all
out.
off.
It might be.
Yeah,
Doing it.
Spring
I'm
loaded.
gonna do it. You know how long that would take? Oh man.
Yeah, this has so many. Got a little card, bro. It tells you all the tools on it.
Tells you how to use them and
11
everything.
11 different tools. I mean, a lot of them are self-explanatory.
I figured as much.
Can
It's got a
opener.
little blade and a knife,
Yeah,
or a little
on
saw
this side
blade
it has
on
a
it.
diagram to show you where it's at, and then tells you your can opener. So that's your can opener.
What do you think about
Knife edge
multi-purpose tools?
screwdriver.
That's what that
What's
is, a
up?
multi-purpose tool.
I got a toolkit in my Amazon toolbox too, like 1,000 piece for like $160, bro. Nice travel.
You carrying all that right in that, huh?
I know. You gotta have a car, bro. You gotta be self-sufficient.
Well, you gotta have the right build of a car if
Tank.
that's the case.
Oh, fire starter, flick fire starter.
Those are fun and fucking tricky to use. Once you get to use them, though, it's nice.
Hey, hook.
You ever use one of these, Joey?
What is that called?
Flint,
A climb
fire
hook?
starter.
fire starter. I don't personally know, but I do know how one's used.
Well,
Yeah.
even this has
You've
one.
seen
I
one
believe.
before?
Yeah.
Alright.
Check this out. So even this one has one on this.
I've seen a few
look,
kinds of fire starters.
you hit it the right way.
Yeah.
You got it to fly up pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
Always a good thing to have instead of a lighter. You can't
What?
run a lighter, it's gonna.
Yeah. So
There's this guy
Die
on
of
YouTube
fluid.
called the Crazy Russian Hacker.
On YouTube?
Yeah, he just finds life hacks stuff like
I think
that.
I've heard of him.
But a lot of this stuff is stuff like similar
Oh, wait,
to
I can
this,
blow this right
tactical
at you.
stuff they use out outdoors, and also just like random stuff that are just gimmicks.
Oh, the best part about that I didn't show you.
A lot of flints though, a
And
lot of
it-
different types of fire starters.
The drum roll one.
So you got the axe handle hammer. I didn't really go into this tool.
You got the drum roll one.
Pliers, and that's not what.
Those are nice to have.
And a multi-tool with a bunch of stuff at the other end. And then over here, got a nice shovel.
Seen one of these?
Oh yeah, I've seen one of those actually.
I'm sure you have. Those are nice to have though.
Definitely.
And pickaxe.
Oh yeah.
So when you need to resource rock and stuff for building filters or whatever you need to make your bear
To have something right in the fucking
Throw
head.
ammunition. Yeah, don't do that.
You might
Well,
have
if there's
to.
a bear or
You-
something, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
Yeah,
you need
get some
something
kind
to
of
pierce
meat.
your skull, you know.
that's why I need a bow,
That would.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Need a bow and arrow.
Or just get some fire. They usually get
gun.
scared of fire.
Huh?
I mean, if you don't even want to fight, just get some fire. They're usually scared of fire. If
Yeah,
you wait
bears
fire in
and
front of
shit.
them, like a torch.
Well,
or
that's why
something.
I'm interested in like the community aspect of it. You're still living off grid, but you're
Also,
homesteading.
if you have to got like bear spray.
Some people go
Bear
stir
spray,
crazy
you gotta go
though.
for it. I see some
Even
bears
with the
bear spray
community
as well.
aspect.
But yeah, if you don't have that on hand, fire.
And like
If you just want to scare it away.
These
But
are
if you have no choice and you're fighting, definitely something that's able to pierce anything, any kind of thick hide or bone. So yeah, bow, but it depends on like how strong the bow is.
oh yeah.
I wonder if they soak this in something.
Not even that, but the first.
You know that's gonna burn.
You do if you want to do burn like that, it'd be candle
Exactly.
wax.
Soak it in candle wax.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Or
It would burn slower.
Vaseline, I believe.
I can't, that too. They both work, but wax works too.
Yeah. But yeah, not bad for like $20, bro. It got a lot of shit in it. I didn't really get into detail.
When'd you get it?
Year ago or so.
2019?
No.
No? Year or so? Only a year or so ago, $20? Alright, not bad.
Yeah.
Give it that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, inflation. No, we didn't even get started
No,
on that. That's a topic for another day. At that note, we out.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad